Good morning, good morning. It's your boy, MarkN, MUFC fan. And yes, guys, I'm sorry I'm a few minutes, just a minute off. But guys, you know what? Trinity time is working today and it's Sunday. So you know how it is. It's a little bit slow, being from the islands. But big up to you guys joining. They have not been too slow on the transfer reports that have been coming out today. And guys, there's lots to be talking about. There's some confirmation. There's one or two confirmations, and some fans might be adamant that this is bad, but in some opinions, it might be a good thing. It's progress. It might be mutual. It might benefit both us and the players. What is happening, guys? The news and updates as of today. And as we know, two teams were eliminated from the Euros yesterday, as well as two teams were eliminated from the Copa America. Brazil lost to Uruguay. Venezuela lost to Canada. Colombia won. Netherlands won. England won. Quite a few games being won on penalties. Guys, but let's get into the reports. And first, smash those likes. Get in. Let us know what you're thinking. Subscribe to the channel. Help it grow. 250 subs, guys, on the road to 300. Can you help me get there? I'm hoping so. Big up to all of you joining, and let's get into the show, guys. And guys, let's start things off quickly with some of the reports that are happening right now. And let's go right into the deal that has been kind of really, in the reports about everyone right now at the moment. And some people are kind of upset. But for me, I'm kind of indifferent because I'm looking at the points that, it's possible that it will do us good. It's going to benefit the player. It could be something mutual. And of course, guys, as we try to, revamp the squad, there's going to be multiple changes, and also it brings us communication and networking with a club that we might want to be doing business with. Big up to you guys. Big up to you, Nikhil. Good morning to you, and I know it's evening your time. I hope you're having a good day, my bro. Girona closed cut price deal for a Man United star. And guys, I know you're wondering who it is, but I'm pretty sure most of you already know. It's Donny van der Beek, guys. Donny van der Beek has been confirmed that he will be joining Girona ahead just days away from its preseason training starting, and has its closed its third signing in the current market, Dutch footballer Donny van der Beek. Now, guys, it's been said that the report has the initial fee is £500,000. You know what I mean? Which does not sound like a lot of money, guys. But with Van der Beek completely out of the first team picture in Manchester United, and the brass at the Estadio Montilivi have swooped in a decisive fashion to land him. And the funny thing is that it could ultimately rise from 4.5 million to somewhere in the region of 10 million pounds. And that'd be based on performances and bonuses, and if he was to achieve based on appearances. So, I know a lot of you might be saying we should be getting 10 million for Donny van der Beek. And I'm of the opinion that, yeah, we could be determining that we should be getting 10 million from him as well. But at the same time, Donny hasn't played for us for a while. He's had some horrific injury scares. And maybe it might be the right thing to do to let him go. Maybe he has a wonder season and is back. You know what I mean? You never know what could happen. Now, the point is we're going to lose him, but at the same time, it frees up somewhere in the region of $200,000 per week in wages as well. And, if we get 5 million, we had him for like 4 seasons. We paid 35 million. I would say 5 million a season. We're still cashing in. And although we're losing, some might be of a different opinion, but I'm just thinking, you know what, guys? It's time for him to go. And I wish him well, and I hope for the best for him, and I hope he can turn his career around and have a good time in Spain. You know what I mean? It's one of those things, guys. He should be having his medical this week and officially being announced. And congratulations to him, guys, because you know what? It's one of those things. It's just one of those things where you have to, hope for the best for the player. He has not had such a great time at Manchester United. probably due to his own efforts, but as well due to some poor injuries and a bad medical team that we had. Now, let's get into another bits of news that there's a little bit of breaking news on this story that pushes this young star closer to Manchester United. And Man United are ready to sign powerful star after agreeing 8.5 million in agent fees, guys. And that's Joshua ZIRKZEE. Joshua ZIRKZEE is going to be coming to Man United, according to this report. Manchester United have been searching for a new striker. Well, we already know this. The Red Devils have recently entered talks with ZIRKZEE agent Kia Jarokjaban, and he has now agreed on an 8.5 million transfer commission, according to Ben Jacobs. As per the reputed journalist, United have also informed Bologna that they are prepared to pay or match the £34 million release clause to sign the Netherlands star. AC Milan had a pre-window agreement with the 23-year-old, but they are unlikely to proceed with a potential deal, having refused to meet Jarocjaban's demands, guys. It's pretty interesting. This guy is demanding so much money, but you know what? Sometimes this happens. United is on the cusp of landing ZIRKZEE from Bologna. ZIRKZEE had a good second season with Bologna, registering 19 goal contributions from 37 games. The powerful striker played a key role in the Italian club as they qualified for the Champions League. Bologna expect to lose ZIRKZEE this summer due to his low release clause. United appear keen on negotiating with the Serie outfit such that they can agree on a long-term payment plan. In our view, it's only a matter of time before this deal is finalized. United have no competition for ZIRKZEE at the moment, with Milan reluctant to meet the brokerage fee demanded by his agent. Arsenal were linked up with Bayern graduate earlier this summer, but the London outfit seemed to have different priorities. They made an initial inquiry but have not made any progress since. Nevertheless, United can't take things for granted. They need to speed up negotiations with Bologna such that they can find an agreement by ZIRKZEE at the time he returns from the championship. 100%, guys. And what are your thoughts, guys? Let me know what you're thinking. I'm pretty sure a lot of you are going to be excited to see Joshua ZIRKZEE come through. Yeah, Yali, Brazil is gone. There is no more Brazil in the starting lineup or in the competition. And that's quite interesting because I was thinking that Brazil was definitely going to come out winning in that game. But you know what? As the tournaments have proven so far this summer, you can't predict anything. You know what I mean? Let's go on to another report, guys, because I have a few more interesting reports to talk about here this morning. And we're back with João Neves again, guys. And I'm just going to bring this information because there are reports that Manchester United have re-entered negotiations. You know, we had a 70 million bid on the table. It has not been rejected, and it's being discussed. And maybe we might make some additions to this, and maybe you might see a breakthrough in this deal coming Monday morning. Also, guys, it's going to be quite interesting to see what we are going to do because, as you know, preseason training starts on Monday, and players will be returning to Carrington, especially those players who have not been featured in the Euro or the Copa America tournaments. I don't know what your thoughts on this, guys, but it's exciting because you know what? We get to see a lot of youngsters coming into the squad who will be fighting for a place in the team, not only fighting for their chance, but also trying to compete for their futures. And you know what? It's going to be very interesting as we only have one team this preseason and not two teams, as a youth team and a senior team. It's going to be one team. So this makes things quite interesting because you know what? There might be some players returning from their representing their host nations that are going to find themselves with a great challenge to get in the squad and retain their starting positions. So let's get into the story about João Neves. I'm sure it's going to probably be kind of repetitive, but let's go. Manchester United's strategic moves in the transfer market, a deep dive. Manchester United's summer transfer is taking shape under the watchful eye of their new sporting director, Dan Ashworth, and the club's ambitious owner, Sir Jim Ratcliffe. This approach this summer appears to be focused not just on strengthening the squad, but on doing so in financial savvy manner. Recent developments have suggested a mix of audacious bids and strategic patience that could define this transfer window for the Red Devils. And guys, I've been saying this from the beginning for about 4 months now. You know, even before the window started, I said to guys, this feels different because usually before the window happens, we are linked to 50, 60 players. When the window is happening, we are linked to 50, 60 players. But the biggest problem, we only negotiate with one player at a time. And a lot of people might have been a little bit nervous, a little bit anxious, and worried And I could say it's understandable, but you know, if you look at how things have been progressing since the opening of the window, we have been talking to multiple players, we have been pursuing multiple deals, and while we have not heard a here we go just yet, I'm saying to you guys, it has to be quite interesting and quite new for me as a longtime fan that, you know, we're doing things in this manner, because maybe the teams that we have players playing for that we would like to have, they get dumped out of the competition in the next game, and maybe the next day you hear we sign 3, 4, 5 players in 1 week, and that's going to be brand new for United, because we usually take maybe 2, 3 weeks just to sign one player. You know what I'm saying, guys? So it's pretty interesting. Let's see how it goes. High hopes and hard bargains. One of the most talked about prospects, Matthias de Ligt, is reportedly close to sealing a move to Old Trafford, reuniting with manager Erik ten Hag. And I'm going to speak a little bit more in depth on that. This move is not without controversy, as noted by a report from Team Talk. Despite the potential backlash, there's the desire to bring in the defender of de Ligt's caliber, highlighted United's commitment to bolstering their backline. You understand? Because we had a big problem last season, right? In the midfield, the saga around João Neves grows more complex. Initially targeted early in the window, United's successive bids for the Benfica star, first at 60 million and then at 70 million, have been rebuffed, with the Portuguese club holding firm on their 120 million release clause. As Team Talk points out, United have this week raised their bid to 70 million pounds, which the Benfica have again refused, pointing United again towards the 19-year-old's release clause. This standoff underscores the challenging negotiations dynamics often involved in the high-stakes transfers. Guys, this report came out yesterday. There's also been news today that we are definitely still in. The deal is still on the table. In contrast to the Neves deal, United might find better fortune with Manuel Ugarte. The Uruguayan midfielder is currently shining at the Copa America and deemed to be a surplus to requirements at PSG just a year after his 60 million euro move. Here's United's strategy might be to wait out PSG's willingness to lower their demands. As football expert Jonathan Johnson suggests, United could eventually get him for half what PSG paid if they are smart, and wait for PSG to drop his price tag towards the back end of the window. This approach of playing a long-term game could see United securing a top talent at a bargain, aligning with financial prudence with squad enhancement. Guys, it's going to be very interesting. I'm very much looking forward to this guy coming into the team. But definitely, I was thinking it's a signing that we will do, but it might be one of the signings we do in the middle of the window, somewhere in the middle of to the end of this month, maybe the first week in August. Leveraging the market dynamics, guys. The contrasting scenarios of Neves and Ugarte illustrate a broader strategy by United, leveraging market dynamics to their advantage. While they face stiff resistance from Benfica, the situation with PSG presents a unique opportunity to exploit the Parisians' club need to balance their books. It's a waiting game that requires nerve and strategic foresight. Moreover, the club's overall strategy extends just beyond a player acquisition. The appointment of high-profile figures like Dan Ashworth, another key behind the scenes, aims to revamp the United structural foundation, setting the stage for sustainable success in the future. This holistic approach to the club development is critical as United aims to return to the pinnacle of European football. 100%, guys. You know, with Ten Rowler coming in, with Rene Hake coming in, Ruud van Nistelrooy coming in, Christian Vavel, as well as having Omar Barada start next week. It's going to be very interesting, guys. It's going to be very interesting, and I'm telling you guys, you can be excited. But also remember that you have to be patient. There's going to be a lot of key things that is going to happen now. But the fruits of these labels we will see in the start of the following season. Because we're setting brand new precedents right now in how we deal with the market of transfers. And they are going to be respected come next summer transfer window. So right now we're in the process of making the change. And it's going to work out for us. We just got to hold straight and hold steady to the patience and the faith. And keep positive energy, guys, because you know what? A lot of people want to see us fail, right? So my final thoughts on this is Manchester United transfer endeavors reflect a blend of ambition and calculated risk-taking, indicated of a club that is focused on financial stability, sustainability, and as its competitive success as well. As the transfer window progresses, the outcomes of these high-profile negotiations will likely set the tone for the club's immediate future in domestic and European competitions. Guys, it's going to be interesting to see what we do, but I also wanted to talk about this story that was recently published about Emilio Martinez. And I know there might be a lot of you who think very highly of this goalkeeper, but in my honest opinion, you win some, you lose some, and I don't really share the sentiment that he's an amazing talent. I think he's a good goalkeeper with really good shithousery vibes. You know what I mean? I think he's for good vibes. I think he has good ability on the ball and stuff like that. But I don't think by any means he's like drastically better than Andre Onana. He might have had a better season this season, but I don't think he's actually better than him, in my honest opinion. Now, I could be wrong as well, guys, and that's fine, but I'm just saying, I'm just giving my opinion. Now, this report states that Aston Villa goalkeeper Emiliano Martinez has claimed that the Argentinian international was close to joining United last summer. United indeed needed to sign a new stopper in 2023 after David De Gea left the club upon expiry of his contract, with manager Erik ten Hag opting to pursue a reunion with Andre Onana, who dazzled under the Dutchman before joining Inter. Now, guys, I will let you know, take this report with a pinch of salt. You know, at the time, we know Emilio Martinez, his price was somewhere in the region of £60 million, and Andre Onana was certainly 10 million cheaper than that. I think the fact that United was short on cash meant that they did a deal that was cheaper for them to do. But you know what? I could also be wrong on that, but that's just my opinion from my analysis. You know what I mean? So there's a lot of people in Manchester who probably thinks that Emiliano was the better goalkeeper, but guys, we've seen Onana's performance this season, and the fact remains that United did not sign him. So in my opinion, it's water under the bridge. You know what I'm saying? Another bit of news coming out is Man United are hoping to permanently sign Sofyan Amrabat for 15 million euros. The player dreams of Old Trafford, guys. He dreams of a return. And Sofyan Amrabat is reportedly very keen on returning to Manchester United, with the club open to permanently signing him, but for a reduced fee. Amrabat moved to United on loan from Fiorentina last summer, and he made 30 appearances for the Red Devils during a tumultuous 23-24 campaign. You know what I mean? But he had some really good games after. The Moroccan initially struggled for minutes, but then in the later stages of the campaign, his performances improved greatly and his prominence and status within the ranks increased. During the FA Cup final, Manchester City at Wembley produced a dominant performance that led Paul Scholes to liken him to the legendary Gennaro Gattuso. Favorite of mine, to be fair. United have the option to purchase Amrabat this summer, but there has been no communication from the club in this respect. However, Amrabat is still listed on the first team players section in the United website, which was updated after respective departures of the likes of Brandon Williams, Raphael Varane, and Anthony Martial. Previous report covered by some relayed that Erik ten Hag would prefer to continue with Amrabat opposed to dipping into the market for Paris Saint-Germain's Manuel Ugarte. Ugarte is believed to be a player United are pursuing in their efforts to rejuvenate the midfield department. Another report insisted that Amrabat's desire to remain at United is even as he attracts overtures from Galatasaray. According to Corrello della Sport, despite interest from Turkey, Amrabat's dream is still to play for United under Ten Hag. It's no secret that Amrabat still believes he can return to United, even more so now that Erik ten Hag has renewed with the Red Devils until 2026. CDS explains that the reason for this entirely possible deal can be done, but at a lower price. The initial option to buy was for 20 million euros plus 5 in add-ons. The impression is that 15 million should be enough to convince Soprade to let the former Verona player go. At that point, with that money, a new phase of transfer market for Viola could finally begin. The Italian news outlet also mentioned that Fiorentina has given the 27-year-old an extra week of holiday, and he'll be expected to report back to the Serie A outfit on July 15 for pre-season. Guys, what are your thoughts in the comments? Let me know what you are thinking. Just been a bit of an update. Big up to you, my brother, Metal Football TV. I hope all is well with you and the family. I know it's been a little bit of a challenging time for you, bro, but stay strong. I watch your streams as well, and I hope you're having a great time as well doing them, my brother. Big up for seeing you here. Hope you're having a good one. Now, guys, this is just me bringing you a little bit of an update as to what is possibly going on and what is possible for Manchester United maybe in the next day or two. There has been some, little bit of news coming through. Otherwise, you might be seeing some updates and some changes. But I'm telling you, this week could be very exciting for United as we press forward with the first two signings, which would be definitely Matthias de Ligt and Joshua ZIRKZEE. There might be some interesting things that could be done, and I'm saying this only because, guys, I think there's a possibility that we might be in for a hijack or on a deal that is going to be happening with another Premier League club already, but you never know. I mean, you see Manchester United have done it before to Arsenal. It might be done to them again. It also, there are other clubs that are interested in a few of the players that we have been interested in. Yes, we have been refused by a young player from that was coming out from Mönchengladbach that was advised that it may not be the best fit for him to come to United, and he decided against it. But you know, things always change, guys. Later on, stay tuned for more. I will be back somewhere in the region around 7 p.m. UK, and I will be doing a scouting report on the youngsters from Manchester United who are breaking into the first team and are expected to be heavily featured in the tour this summer that starts in 12 days. Guys, I hope you have a great day. It's been your boy, MarkN MUFC fan, with the morning update, a little bit of paper talk, a little bit of news, but mostly Manchester United views. And I hope you guys have a great day. Don't forget to smash the likes. Thank you for joining me. Help the channel grow, guys. On the road to 300 subs. I'm hoping to get to 500 or possibly 1,000 by the time the season starts. But I'm going to need your help, guys. Big up to all of you, and I'll catch you guys later. Oh.